Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to LEGO Friday. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? We are going to be getting back to our haunted house drop ride, and that is going to wrap up the building, I think. We got bag number 11 to start with, so let's go ahead and bring the camera down, and we'll get started right away. How is everyone doing today? Looks like we are going to be working on the tower itself. Let's go ahead and pour that out. Haunted Mansion fun, indeed. Alright, those are the pieces. Alright, let's see. What are we doing? Alright, let me go ahead and turn the haunted house around a bit, so it's easier to look at. So we got that there. I'll bring the camera up when we get to a point for it. We got a large panel there. Alright, dark brown 1x10. So I did get some grinding done in Final Fantasy V. I may do some more, but I may also save it for later. There's plenty of opportunities to do grinding in that game, so... Alright, we need 2 of the olive green 1x2s. And side stud bricks. And the Technic plates, which is just using for decoration, which is a neat use of the piece, really. And a black 1x1 cylinder plates. Alright, we are doing the large windows and the small windows above them. There we go. So I hope everyone has been having a good week. Flies in and mega flares up some fries for everyone. I'd take some fries. I haven't had French fries in a little bit, actually. Maybe I should go out and get some one of these days. I have not actually been to Roy Rogers in quite a time. I should do so. They have good fries when they're fresh. Then again, most fries are good when they're fresh. You had fries on Wednesday? Good fries too? Nice. Alright, let's see. 2x6... No, 2x8. Wait a second. Nope, I am using a 1x10, not 1x8. Whoopsie. Okay, actually, hold on a second. Am I going to need to do this on a... I am, a little bit. Alright. It's okay. It's okay. I can set this aside. I built early. Whoopsie. Alright. Get those there. It happens. I was just so eager to get back to building. Fresh fries are the best fries, definitely when they are hot and get salted. I remember someone ranting about people asking for unsalted fries so they can specifically get fresh ones. Because then the place has to make them. But of course, then they're not putting salt on them right away, so that the salt just, like, you know, they go back to their table and salt them, but then the salt doesn't stick because they're not fresh and oily anymore. Been fine. Going to try to get some BattleTech minis printed. Oh, primed. And Direwolf Daishi, that is one of your favorite mechs. Nice. Alright, there we go. Get the end peak slope on there. And 1x1 cylinder plates. Are fresh fries the best or fresh mozzarella sticks the best? I mean, they scratch different itches. Fresh fries scratch the potato itch, and fresh mozzarella sticks scratch the cheese itch. So it's very different. Alright, so that is going to go on to... Alright, on the 1x8. Okay, right there. Then we do this, we get the 1x side stud bricks here. First time at a LEGO stream, is Dragon Quest music the norm? Yeah, I tend to jump between this and, like, music from Paradox games, just because none of it is getting me content ID, although I did have to pull a song out of the Dragon Quest mix, so I should probably swap to genuine royalty-free music. But this is also for fun, so I don't care that much. There we go, and get our slope on here. I always wondered what a truly great mozzarella stick would be like. You love mozzarella sticks, but you wonder if you've ever had a truly great one. I mean, I've had plenty that are absolutely delicious, whether they would be, like, critically considered absolutely great. I don't know. I've also had ones that are very, very different. Like, there's a couple different ways that you can make them, and they're gonna attract different people with different viewpoints, so. That goes right on there. Alright, let's see. 4 1x1 bricks and 5 1x1 cylinder plates. What if you combine the two into an unholy combo of fresh mozzarella fries? I mean, that could be really interesting. I'd be down for that, for trying that at least. Like, as much as I don't like a lot of things, I'm willing to try a lot of things. Let's see. All mozzarella sticks are decent to great? No, I don't. I would disagree. I have had some that are most definitely not decent. and by corollary, most definitely not great. I have had some that are bad. Mom always used to say, try everything at least once. Well, there are times that it's safe to say that you're not going to like something, and that's fine. But I also tend to prefer trying things out with, like, you know, in company, where if you don't like it, at least you have company to enjoy. Alright, let's see. We have another dark brown 1x8 and an olive 1x2. Yeah, so anything spacey I tend to put on Stellaris music for, and I have, like, EU4 stuff for, and Victoria too, actually, that I put together for the Titanic build. That was fun. Alright, there we go. Next up, a 1x8 brick. Another 1x8. And a 1x1. Two 1x2 plates with clips. And a 2x4 plate. And 1x1 cylinder plate in black. Get you on there. Get a 1x2x2 slope. Pretty sure we're going to put another 1x2x2 slope right there. 1x4. Howdy, Lord Canis. How's it going? Alright, and indeed another slope on top. 1x1 brick there. 1x4 right there. And another 1x1 cylinder plate on either side. Think your tablet may need a new battery? Well, that's disappointing. 1x6 plate. And get a slope on the bottom. There we go. Alright. So come on up here, and this slips right on there. So that's going to be for the roof edge. Very high roof. Which I'm okay with. Alright. Bring it back down here. Actually, let's turn this around a bit, because the next part is going to go on the front. Alright, 1x12. Get our 1x3 bricks and plates. Alternating black and white. Not holding a charge as well anymore. Yeah, that's a shame. Well, hopefully that will be easy to take care of. I suppose it depends a lot on the type of tablet. Alright, let's go ahead and get our panel in there. White 1x3 plates. White 1x3, or black 1x3 bricks. There we go. And that is going to go right there. Wait. Alright. Plate across the top. And a brick across the top there. That just goes right in there. There we go. Alright, next up, 2x2 corner bricks in each of the corners. Uh, 1x6 on that side, 1x8 in the back, and 1x8 in the front. Okay. Alright, so next up, we are going to be working on this front section here. Fire HD 10, 11th gen tablet from Amazon. Yeah, my dad had one, but I don't know if he ever had that problem. He used it a lot, but he also tended to cycle them out pretty frequently. I don't know how many he ended up getting over the years, but he loved reading books on them, so... Separate those bricks. Oh! Those plates. There is a plate in there. Alright, so large, long plates. Let's go ahead and put them over there. Not really seeing anything else that's going to cause a problem in terms of hiding pieces. Go. Started with a Kindle White, then your dad gave you his Kindle that did movies along with books, and you picked up the Fire HD one about 2 years ago. Yeah, if it's... was it new when you picked it up? Because that seems like... I want a 2x10. Seems pretty quick. Yep, alright, that's 2x10. Alright, and 3 of these. Red Hyena, thank you very much for those bits. That is going to get us that much closer to getting the Home Alone house. Which I am looking forward to. Go ahead and get this 3x3 here. Alright, alligator hinge. Home Alone house looks awesome. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's very big and very detailed. Lots of elements from the movie. It was new. Is it still under warranty? So maybe they'll do a warranty replacement of the battery. Alright, get that on there. And another plate there, and a 1x3 right up here. Okay, then brown. You don't think you got a warranty on it? Well, they basically have to have at least a default warranty, but it might only be like 1 year. I only got the default warranty on my TV, and right after it expired, I had a line of dead pixels appear. Like, literally 2 weeks. So that was very disappointing. Luckily, it's a 4K, so it's not like a whole line of actual screen pixels, because I don't have it utilizing the full 4K. Are there any pop culture type builds that I've always wanted LEGO to make a set of? I can't really think of too many, because to a certain extent, like, even though LEGO has been doing licensed material for like over 2 decades now, and that's, you know, ignoring the fact that they licensed some other things before that, like Shell and Exxon brands. It still feels kind of new for me to see them make like Star Wars and stuff like that. It's kind of bizarre, but all right, let's go ahead and pull out one of these. So I haven't thought too much about that, but obviously, like I would absolutely love Gundam stuff. Like, if they were gonna license any one thing these days, then I would want it to be Gundam. I doubt they will, but you never know. Star Trek would be neat. Yeah, unfortunately, Gundam and Star Trek are both held by other companies. So that is the issue there. The moment warranty expires, the product starts going belly up. Yeah. Learned 2 new things today. Authors just like to use words for titles that have nothing to do with the story, and American Morse code has been all but phased out of usage. There's an international version as well as voice stuff. Gundam is owned by Bandai Namco, yes, but they license it to, I think, Mega Bloks in Japan. Go ahead and get that on. And I don't know if it's Creo. It's a company. It's a German company. And they don't actually export it, so it's kind of weird. So you have any expansion on that, Lel Bunny? Because I'm not sure what you mean. All right, so don't have a quite smooth line here. There's going to be a little dog leg there. Battletech would be neat, however, that probably wouldn't happen with how much of a headache the rights of that IP is. So the big thing is that if LEGO is going to do more than a one-off product, they're going to do something with international appeal. I don't think Gundam has enough international appeal for them to consider it, but it is certainly possible. It's certainly a heck of a lot better these days than it was a number of years ago. So that's going to limit Battletech, I think. I think that would really limit the ability of them to consider Battletech. It'll limit other things as well, like they discovered with the Friends sets and the Seinfeld set that they're just, like, they sold big in America, but they didn't sell anywhere else, basically. Because there just wasn't the interest. Right, let's get that on there. So that's probably going to block Gundam. Star Trek, I think, could do well, but I don't really know how it stacks up internationally. Yeah, there's also the Harmony Gold thing, but Harmony Gold may have figured out something with all of that, and that may not be an issue anymore. Alright, let's get this up here a little bit. There we go. That is where we want those. This goes along the top there. Make sure that is pushed down. There we go. All right. Making a nice smooth roof again. Good cutout there for the chimney. You've been looking at the World War I era Hazards of Helen serials again, and you want more cool adventures of heroic information, women defending bastions of communications from various threats? Yeah, I mean, I think Morse code, you'd probably want, like, signals are so easy to send these days that I don't think that Morse code serves its original purpose anymore. It's not really needed. You can just talk. Let's see. There's 2 chains. I'm not sure exactly what's going to connect on top of them. If you haven't seen it, you should check out the television series Bletchley Circle, L Bunny. It's World War II or post-World War II era, but that's kind of what you're thinking of. Let's attach a camera right there. And not even on. Nope, that is not even in the view. There we go. Need to bring the camera down a little bit more. Got that camera on right there. And a snaky. Alright, that one is right in there. The military still uses it with lantern signals when maintaining radio silence. Yeah. Yeah, and that makes sense. But in terms of just actual radio communication, it's not really necessary anymore, kind of thing. All right. Let's bring the camera back down here. Dark gray 2x2 tiles, dark red 2x2 tiles. Has no requirements from the FCC or anything. Alright, get a gold chalice right there. And let's see, another 1x1 tile clip. And a lantern with a red 1x1 cylinder brick inside. I have no idea what that is supposed to represent. I'm going to get 2 skulls with candles atop them. You know, as you do. As you do. What better use for your skulls than to host candles, right? You're not wanting to start broadcasting, you're just doing some base checks to see if writing a story which uses it along with telegraph operator stuff is allowed. Yeah, you don't want to write a whole story and then be like, oh, this whole premise of this book is not actually possible. Like, that's not how they would do it. No, also, get 2 2x2 inverted slopes on the underside. There we go. The Altar of Al-Hazred. I wonder if there's a Necronomicon somewhere around here. It is unknown what dark rites this heavy-looking stone table was originally intended. The Baron used it for light reading on rainy days. As, you know, again, as you do. Alright, so that is going to be... right there. Alright. The Forbidden Skeleton. Some say Sam Sinister's car exploded while running from the law, leaving only his skeleton and top hat behind. Some say there was once a third twin butler. No one knows for sure. Oh, hey! It's Sam Sinister, one of the other characters from the Adventurers line. Why do you hear whispers from the great beyond? Oh, don't worry, Lord Canis. They're just telling secrets. It's just a little bit of gossip. Just gossiping. The unfathomable entities from the great beyond, far beyond our comprehension, do so love a little bit of light gossip. And he's holding a sextant. Nothing ever published would do that. I mean, sometimes doing something just for the story is also okay. Alright. Let's get the chain on that foot. Let's get the chain on that foot. There we go. And we can hang Sam Sinister's skeleton from the rafters. Again, as you do. Seems the popular telegraph operator tales are about romance. Okay, next up, we are going to make the little front roof section. Black 3x3 plate and 2x2 corner plate. Gray 1x3 and a alligator clip. And let's see. Get the wedge plate on top, a black 2x4 right there. Okay, another 2x3 wedge plate, brown 1x2 plate with a underhanging bar. Friction pin and 1x2 plate with top hole. There we go. That goes right on there. Hollywood should totally be looking at those way old serials for ideas rather than rebooting recent things badly. I feel like they should just be looking for new ideas, period. Alright, 1x2 and 2x4. Had this lengthy discussion on Discord last night on a different channel with this one guy who was like just whinging about Hollywood, and basically with the personal opinion that everything he doesn't like sucks, but everything that he likes is good. Howdy, Ab Cody. You know, he likes Korean cinema, so obviously all American media should, or television actually is what he was talking about. So all American TV should model after that. And it's like, I mean, it may work, but you're just saying that your ideas are the good ones and your likes are the good ones, and everyone should just follow them. He's also said that about other things too, so you know. It was someone even made a meme in the Discord about him. It's like, number of days since this guy claimed his opinions were the best. People. What was that series I suggested? Bletchley Circle. It's a British series about some women code breakers after the war who basically started trying to solve crimes. You know, as you do. There we go. We got our little roof section there. Yeah, the code breakers. Alright. Olive green 1x6. Get our slopes in here. Get our half arches. There's a recent book series you've gotten into that you'd love to see made into either a movie or TV series? What would that be, Bahamut? Not quite what Hazards of Helen is. Oh, no. I mean, I knew it wasn't quite the same thing, but it seemed like a similar vein. Yeah, at least worth checking out. Howdy, Shield of Hope. It's a really good series. I recommend it. Get a 2x2 on there, and 2x2 plate. One by 2 with axle hole. And we get a 2x2 by 2 pyramid slope. There we go. Alright, let's make some nice little decorations for the top. With the rapiers, fencing foils. There we go. I do like that they've come up with new uses for these items. There we go. They do not stick down very far. The Destroyermen series by Tyler Anderson takes place in World War II era, but the people get sent to a parallel Earth where Earth took a different path. Ah. Neat. Just as long as it's not done by Netflix, because they'll just cancel it after a season anyway. Alright, and that will slide right in. There. Get that on there. There we go. Okay. It's a little loose right now, but once we put it on, that will stick on down. There we go. All right, that is pretty cool. It doesn't show up too well in the on the camera. Let's see if I can get a little bit better. So, very nice peak slope here, like with the slopes kind of coming to touch each other. Very cool. All right, and extra pieces, a clear, whoops, clear 1x1 cylinder tile, gold 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, trans orange candle flame, and a skeleton arm. Oh, there are a few, yes. I you know, like, it's, I call it the foxification because it, like, Fox back in the 90s would, were just, like, canceling, like, you'd get into a show and then it would get canceled kind of thing, and that it kind of became known for it. Just because, like, Fox would be willing to try new things being the fourth-tier station kind of thing, and then, but just not drawing enough of an audience to have it persist. But they were good shows. And so they kind of became known for doing that, and now I think Netflix is in the same kind of position. They're willing to try a lot of different and unusual things, which means that they're getting unusual but good series, but then, of course, that means that they cancel them because they're not doing as well. Like, I really liked the original anime Cowboy Bebop, and the Netflix Cowboy Bebop series was also really good. And it is just a shame that we are not going to get more of it. Yeah, and the Dark Crystal series got canceled. I'm just going to ignore that Naruto guy. Alright, let's see. We are working on both of the other roofs. We've got some large plates. We've got an X-Wing wing. 6x6. There we go. Some more large plates. Got a large panel. Got another panel. Light brick. 4x4 plate. Some more panels. More large plates. Unsurprisingly, large plates for the roof section. Are you the only one that doesn't think that humanity would develop the way it has if the dinosaurs had survived? I mean, we still have birds. Alright, what are we doing first? Okay, we have that plate. We got 1x6 there. Another 1x6 on the other side. Except for emus, birds don't hinder the development of humans. I mean, I was obviously joking. If you mean, like, actual dinosaurs the way that they existed back at the end of the Cretaceous, no. All right. There was a little bit of something on there. That has been flicked off. Now, obviously, humanity wouldn't have, because mammals only were able to take hold of niches because they survived... And in general, in a lot of ways, mammals are better at positioning themselves than birds, so. Humans never evolved in the parallel world, but a lemur primate species did become human-like. Ah. Problem folks had with the live-action Cowboy Bebop, it wasn't a one-to-one crossover, which, yeah, and that's the thing, is like, people wanted one thing and they got something else, but also they were never going to get the other thing. Like, it just was not going to happen. Alright, let's see. 1x3s right there. there. 1x4s. There and there. Another 1x3. Another 1x4. And now a 1x3 tile. There we go. I mean, you can't have your cake and eat it too? Nope. Sadly, no. Alright, then on the front we get a froggy. And another froggy. Black 1x4x3 panel here and here. What if you get self-replicating cake from the SCP Foundation? But is it truly the same cake? Alright, brown 4x4... not 4x4, a 4x6 plate. To 1x4 tiles. Let's see, black 2x8 right here. Does it matter if it's the same cake? Cake every day, and you don't have to bake it? I mean, but you could just buy cake. Every day. Try not to complain about stuff like that around other people, but sometimes if you're by yourself, you will. Like, you know, the Transformers movies are a different continuity than G1, but you're still going to complain about the differences anyway. I mean, I think that, like, there's a difference between, like, complaining or critiquing and like, ranting and stuff like that. And if you're, like... It's perfectly fine to have complaints and criticisms about something while saying it is okay for you to like it, someone else who enjoys it, kind of thing. If you're basically insinuating that they're bad for liking it for those differences, because of those differences and stuff like that, yeah, that's where you're gonna run afoul of issues. Like, you can point to a television show that has really poor plotting, really poor story or character development and stuff like that, and that's all fine, you know? Those are valid critiques. And it's also okay for people to like that. You know, like it anyway. But there's also people who will take your criticism of the thing as an attack on them, and that's not good. Alright, so we got this panel, and with these, let's go ahead and slide that right in there. Click that in. And of course the audience, like, who you're talking to matters too. Like, there might be something that you'd say to your friend, you know, a good friend who knows you're joking. Man, you like that show? I can't believe you like that crap. Big difference, you know, when they know that you're joking, you're just teasing them and stuff like that. And it's okay. Like, if you know it's okay, and they've expressed that it's okay that you comment like that, it's when you start doing that with other people that it can be an issue. So generally, until I know, I try not to make too many comments like that. Alright, let's come back down here. Obviously, I'm not always successful either. I am a fallible dragon. Except when I'm not. There are times when I am not fallible. I'm infallible. Alright, let's see. Light blue 1x1, translate blue 1x1s. And like the guy was saying that American television needs, like, it wasn't just American. The guy was Australian, and he was saying Australian, American, and British television all run too long, and they need to take lessons from Korean television, which are only 16-episode series. And it's like, dude, have you not been paying attention to what's going on these days? Like, limited series are common. And also, like, he had this view that it's objectively bad for a series to run long, to go on for a long time. It's like, that it's all about execution. A series can be good or bad, whether it's short or long. Ab Cody sending me winged pickles. It's just gonna make me shoot them out of the sky with my fire breath. Incinerate those pickles. Let's see, get translate blue on either side. Trans orange. Like, he complained about American, like, Hollywood movies. Specifically said Hollywood. And it's like, what just happened a little bit earlier this year with Hollywood movies making a viewer-driven event around two critically acclaimed movies that were released on the same day? I wonder. Speaking of length, yeah, that's actually fairly common in British television, Well Bunny. which was like the thing that was boggled my mind. I know of so many series in British series that are like done after 4 episodes or something. It's like, because again, like, there was something that akin to survivorship bias in his mind. The shows that he didn't like that exemplifies what he doesn't like about American and British television are the ones that stick in his mind. And the things that match what he's complaining, like, that do what he's saying that they should do, they don't stick in his mind. Maybe he didn't watch them, it's whatever. But it's very much like a survivorship bias type thing. If he doesn't like them, don't watch. Exactly. But also, don't feel that your opinion is the key, the one that oh, there's 1x1s on the bottom here. I was wondering about that. That your subjective opinion is objective fact. He literally said that it is objective that a long series is bad. It's a little thing called One Piece out in Japan that constantly just obliterates sales. I don't know. If it keeps selling, there's got to be something there. Round 2x10 brick, 2x3 plate, and some alligator hinge bottoms. Well, to a certain extent, Dragon Ball has multiple series, even though they are connected and stuff like that, so I'm not sure if it quite fits his complaints. But, yeah, there's certainly that. But One Piece certainly has critical acclaim. Alright, another 1x1 brick there. Like, the One Piece manga has been continually published since 1997, and the anime has been continually broadcast since 1999. And it's not an episode, like, it has a continuing story arc. That's the thing. Like it's working towards a conclusion. I mean, it certainly may have very lengthy arcs that could be cut down. I don't know. I have not watched the One Piece anime. But I mean, if you're creating a show and you think that you can get it, like you have a story that you want to tell and it's going to take tons and tons of episodes to tell it, and you can get a deal for that, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not objectively bad. But is the One Piece real? No idea. Alright. This goes right on here. It's just really easy. Like, if someone is saying, like, it is objective that all of this thing is the case. Like any long series is automatically bad or something like that. It's not hard to find things that will say otherwise. All right, take out our little tab, and we got our light. Wow, that shows up really bright on the camera. Alright, get that right in there. Okay, next up. Dark gray 2x2. Dark brown 1x4. And we get some gray macaroni elements here and there. One by 3 tiles, or is it 1x4? No, it's 1x4. All right, 1x4 tile there and there. Is that a mega flare block? I mean, it may have the color correct, but I don't know. It lacks the French fry producing power that Bahamut has indicated his Mega Flare possesses. All right, let's see. We got a printed tile here with a bat and a classic helmet. I think this is referencing the Fright Nights. Let that refocus, and that goes right up there. Howdy, Sealand, how's it going? Just because Mega Flare can make fries doesn't mean it can make fries all the time. Well, I want fries, dang it! Give me fries! Hop to it. Alright, let's see. 1 by 6 and 2 1 by 4 bricks. No fries, just a large pot of chili? Disappointing. Disappointed! There we go, and we get another pair on top. And a gray 2 by 2. Get another double inverted slope. Everybody's eating chili these days. I know, it's like it's cool out in a lot of places. Worry not, though, Captain Floofers. I will not be partaking in any of the chili consumption. There is now a Costco spiral sliced ham in the oven. That better? That is better, yes. I approve. I approve. I applaud you choosing correctly. Making a wise decision, sir. After all, it is objectively correct to consume a ham. No glaze, though? Your dad can't stand sweet ham? But brown sugar. Brown sugar glaze. Brown sugar glaze. Alright, and our third foil decoration. So that once we've put this on, we can say, curses, foiled again. There we go. That is, it's a pretty nice decoration. I do like that. It is very nice. Alright, next up. Bring this back down here. We have our Manor von Baron printed tile. A pair of 2x3 round end plates with a hole. I love that these are still around. Alright, let's see. We get the... Feels a little rough rather than smooth, but I guess that's okay. The 3L bars with stops and studs. So you get those there. And that is going to fit right up here. There we go. So basically, we this is just on loosely, so it becomes a essentially the push switch for the light. You remember having colored clear antenna Lego pieces along with different computer Lego pieces? Oh yeah, classic space. Classic space. It's good stuff. Like trans red, trans blue antennas. Alright, I should probably pull that out before it gets bumped someplace. Alright. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Used to make mad scientist layers with them. Nice. Alright, brown 4x6 and black 1x6 brick. That gets right up here. Megatron is a transformer. I think you mean Mtron, the magnet guys. No, just that one. Okay. Yeah, just the one. Alright, let's bring the camera back down here. Got a 2x8 in brown. Are there clear cylinder Lego pieces? Yes, it depends on if you mean actual clear. 1x1 cylinder bricks like these, yes. There's also some 2x2 cylinder bricks. Actual clear antennas are not common, but we did get some in the underwater set to hold up the jellyfish. You watched Transformers VHS tapes around the time, probably why you got them mixed up. Yeah, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. Alright, let's see. Alright, get that plate on there. That plate on there, and a 4x4 plate right there. Bigger cylinder pieces like what you'd hold specimens in. Yeah, again, it depends on the size you want. But there are, yeah. Alright, another 2x8 right there. Two by 3 and the alligator clip top. Remember getting like a 4 set of Lego models, Mtron, Blacktron, Pirates, and Castle? It's probably a... There was Blacktron 2. There was one like that with Blacktron 2 and probably Town. They usually would have... They wouldn't usually double up on a model, on a theme like that. I could probably find that for you, because I can picture it in my head. I know of a Blacktron 2 one that had that. There were some Futron ones as well. There may have been an Mtron one, but I can't think of one offhand. But that might just mean that I didn't get it. Let's see, 3x3 right here, and 1x3 right here. Yeah, they'd have, like, you could get, like, a castle or a town 2 or 3 pack where they're all the same theme, but when they had multiple themes, they generally didn't, like, double them up. Okay, come back up here. And that is going to go right there. There we go. Like, the one that I'm thinking of would have had, the space model would have had folding wings on it. Okay, beige 3x or 2x6 with side studs there. And a brown 2x8 8 on the back. 1x8 brick. And gold capital decorative pieces. But yeah, I can look that up after the build session on Discord if you want, if you care. Brown 1x1 brick there, and black 1x1 Technic brick. And another 1x2. There we go, 1x1 Technic brick. And brown 1x2. Oh. Don't pop off, please. Alright, let's see. Gray and dark brown. 1x4 plates. And then we take the evil pharaoh image here. Try to cursory search yourself and didn't see anything. I'm pretty good at finding stuff on Brickset. Alright, and then we have Baron von Baron himself with the red gem. It's a really nice panel. I like that. Get that right in there. And another brown 2x8. You only asked about the cylinder pieces. Was that the Mad Scientist Lego thing you made was only missing the specimens holding thing? Yeah, so there are ones, especially in different colors and stuff like that. How did they make the Lego so small to make that mosaic? It's not a mosaic. There we go. Get the gold elements on there. Oops. Need a 1x1 plate on top. There we go. But yeah, there's plenty of options today to make some sort of specimen container like that. Get extra cash, you might try getting Lego right now. Magic the Gathering takes so much cash to keep up. That's fine. I mean, I obviously always want to get people into Lego, but everyone should have their own hobbies. And you have one, so that's fine. All right, 1x2 to 1x4 downward bracket right there, and gold ingots on top. There we go. More gold ingots. There and there. There and there. You got the Mario block last year, you think? But you don't get Lego very often? Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with like just getting select sets that you want to display or build or something like that either. Yeah. Lego makes a lot of stuff. Get what you like. Okay. The portrait of Samuel von Baron. As the portrait was finished, a strange glow started emanating from the ruby. Trapped in the mummy's curse, von Baron was driven mad by Pharaoh Hotep's terrible jokes. Oh, oh. Well, Lel Bunny, I think we found one of your ancestors. Okay, that does not show up very well. Let's see if I can get this to show up better that way. Alright, it's a little bit too bright for this camera. But if I do it just right, like you can see the eyes there. I'll see if I can get a better picture after the stream for Discord. But the Pharaoh shows up on there when you push the button. Frank, your ancestors all had great jokes. It is a really neat effect. I really like how they did that. That is fantastic. That's very, very well done. Alright, get the 4x4 on there. Flip it over. 3x3 down here on the bottom. An alligator hinge top. Oh, there is a bigger gap here than I thought. There we go. Alright, wedge plate right there, and X-wing wing right there. The 1x1 tile down at the bottom. And another plate at the top. 3x3 and 1x3. All the talk about chili and fries made you hungry? I know the feeling. I'm a little peckish myself. I have not had dinner yet. Alright, 1x2, 1x3. Alright, did I miss a 1x2? Hold on a second. I did. Alright, where do we get the I have missed a 1x2 plate somewhere. So it is probably on this one. Let me see. Yep. Yep. I missed that right in there. There we go. Okay. Let's actually stay there because we're going to be putting the next roof segment on. Scroll back through. There we go. Alright. Slide that in there and go ahead and push that through. If I can find it. There we go. Oh, that's not good. I compressed the bricks there. All right, hold on a second. I think I can fix this another way. If I can get you in there. I can't. All right. Slide that out. There we go. And there we go. Let's get these back on. that is not a place to compress right there. Do not put pressure on that. Get that back in there. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay, next up. All right, so we do have this axle with axle connector and stop. And that is going to go right in there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that locks in that roof pretty well. Okay, so that means that when this is all closed up, we get the roof completed. All right, so spare parts. We got a 2 1x1 plates in olive green, translite blue, and a 1x1 cylinder tile in gray. Go ahead and toss those over there. All right, but now that we've gotten that far, it is time to take a short break from that for minifigs. Get you guys in here. All right. Let's go ahead and pull out the proper minifig. So I get that ready. Okay. Also, need my scissors and my pen. There we go. Will there be a Baron von Minotaur? Nope, not yet. Alright, so what do we want to pull from here? Where do we want to go to? How about right over here? Will there be a mini Minotaur? Nope. Alright, let's start the prediction. Can all guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. So far, we have gotten Kai there. We have gotten Cornflakes Guy. We've gotten Selfie Guy. We've gotten Boombox Guy. We've gotten Bubble Tea Lady. Squid Man. Firefish Man. Vacationing Villain. Pajama Villain. And no one else. Can tartar sauce beat Minotaurs? No. No, unless they don't like it, in which case they may flee from you, depending on how much they don't dislike it. If I get another dang cornflake dork. Yeah, everyone will be happy. Cornflakes for the win. Everyone loves cornflakes. Why, I have it on good authority that someone watching the stream made some cornflakes earlier today. Mega Flair's a cornflake person. Wow, why would you want to do that? Tartar sauce and Minotaur steaks? Ew. Cornflakes needs to die? Wow, I had no idea you were such a homicidal maniac, little buddy. What do you have against cornflakes? Everyone loves cornflakes, especially me. All right, about 30 seconds to go. Get your predictions in. You don't know anything about Ninjago, so you're going to guess that the minifig will be James K. Polk, the 11th President of the United States. Think that may be a little bit off. All right. 10 seconds to go. Get your prediction in. You have complete faith in me? Ignore the number 4 next to your name? Okay. All right. All right. I mean, you wouldn't lie to me, right? wouldn't lie to me. So you have complete faith in me. Got it. All right, predictions are closed. So let's go ahead and go. All right, what do we got? What do we have? I'm glad you wouldn't lie to me. All right, what is that piece? There's something fairly flat. Okay, is that... Okay. Oh! 22.81, just outside, but I do believe we have a sushi guy. Let's see if it is a sushi guy. I wanted Prospector so badly. Where is he? He is... Where did he go? He's over here. All right, well, I have a lot of minifigs, and they're kind of hiding from me. Oh, there he is. See? There he is. He's just right over here. In a big pile of minifigs. I have a display case for some of them, at least, and I just haven't put it together yet. It's not made out of Lego, though. All right. It is the sushi guy. All right. So that is going to be 22.81. All right. Let's choose that prediction. Choose the alts. Choose 20 to 50 seconds. You were so close. Lord Canis and Isovan getting the hams there. Very nice. Crimson Clover Blossom, Kinshir, Abcody, Dracophile, and Tidal Rabbit going for within 20 seconds. Lel Bunny going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut, no, I'm shocked. You said you had complete faith in me. You said you had complete faith in me. I'm injured. I'm wounded, bleeding out on the floor. Can't believe it. I feel so betrayed. That is an imposter, Bahamut? Well, you should probably do something about that, then. Nope. Come back your head. There we go. Get that there. It is a giant cleaver. And a piece of sushi in his hand. There we go. And a large unsliced sushi roll to go next to him. So there is the sushi tile. Doesn't that look delicious? But there is Mr. Sushi Chef. Holding a piece of sushi for you with his giant cleaver. It's a very nice outfit. I like the outfit, and I like the bald headpiece, which is basically just the pirate bandana and baldness, but with you know, white and black printed lines on it. You don't like sushi? Well, you've just made Sushi Chef mad, Bahamut. He's got his axe, or cleaver, whatever. You better be careful now. Alright, but that is Sushi Chef. Let's go ahead and put a check on there. Very nice. Very nice. Don't worry, I don't like sushi either. Oh, God! Ah! Oh, God! You attacked me. All right. Next up, we got Series 12. All right, let's see. What do we want to pull from? How about right... That is just one, yes. Right there. And slide that back up there. And slide that one back up there. And let's start a new prediction. can all guess what is inside the minifig pack. Let's go! Get your predictions in. Reminded of that one cop game where you can run into a crime where sushi chefs are dueling with samurai swords. You like Mongolian beef and fried rice, so eh? Hey, maybe we will get the Jester. I could dig the Jester. Alright, get your predictions in. About a minute 20 to go. So, we have gotten everyone on the top row. We have now gotten everyone on the second row. We have not gotten the Jester or the Dino Hunter, but we have gotten the Pizza Delivery Guy and the Rocker. We have gotten the Fencer, which we have fencing foils for the in the house. We have not gotten Piggy Guy. We have gotten Genie, and we have not gotten Spooky Girl on screen, on camera. Spooky Girl would be very appropriate, even if she can't sit in the drop ride chairs. So get your prediction in. What will we get on in the minifig pack tonight? Pepper Girl. Pepper Girl. I think that's a little unlikely. I've had my dose of Pepper Girl today already. Not today, but like in the last week. Dino Hunter would be appropriate too. Come on, I'm hoping for Spooky Girl. Not 0%. I think there's a 0% chance that we get a Pepper Girl, yeah. I think there's a 0% chance. Possibly even a negative % chance. Alright, predictions are closed. Let's go ahead and get the timer going, reset that. And go. Alright, let's see. What do we have? We've got something small down here. What is that? Is that a feather? It might be a feather. If that's a feather, there's only one. Is that a feather? Yes, it is. Alright. 23.56. We did get another Fencer. Appropriate with the fencing foils in the house. Was hoping for a Spooky Girl, but no Spooky Girl today. That is a shame. Maybe next week. Whoop. Whoop. Yep. There we go. That is the Fencer hat. That is indeed the Fencer. All right. So let's choose that prediction. 20 to 50 seconds. Complete that prediction. And Cetria, Lord Canis, Captain Floofers, and Isovan getting the hams there. Very nice. Abcody, Crimson Clover Blossom, Kinshir, Dracophile, and Tidal Rabbit going for within 20 seconds, having complete faith in me, and I let them down. Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60, and Bahamut and Lel Bunny having no faith in me whatsoever and going for no. If we get a Spooky Girl next week, you will have to suspect rigging. I mean, I could be rigging this every time. I could totally be sandbagging. You don't know. There we go. Let's get his fencing foil there in his hand. There we go. And get the feather in his cap. And there we have the Fencer, ready for a stint on a romance book cover. All that's lacking is long blonde hair, which is not quite Fabio. I had an idea. It's not going to look quite right, but he can be Fabio. The right people there will get that one. All right. We'll get Pajama Girl back with her hair. All right, so that is a third fencer. There we go. All right, and for the final one this evening, let's go ahead and get my scale out. Because we have a different one to open. All right, so we've got, what do we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 left. So we got 5 left. Let's reach in here and pull out one of the ones down at the bottom. This time you'll have actual faith in me. There we go. All right. So, once again, this is slightly different. So, if I will be making a guess, and if that is correct, then if you think that that is going to be correct, then choose the correct with a guess option. If I have to weigh it to get it, then go with that option. And if both the weight and the guess are wrong, then choose no. Let's start that prediction. So even if the guess is correct and the guess, like if I guess correctly and the weight agrees, it's still a guess. It's still the guess being correct. All right, get your predictions in. And put your hams into yes. Yes with a guess. All right, so we have Mr. Knight left, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, Goliath, Beast, and Echo left. Those are the ones that we have left to get here. So get your predictions in. I'm gonna have to keep my eye out for a better blonde hairpiece for Fabio, because that would still totally work. The face isn't quite right for Fabio, but the chest, the torso for this one is definitely a perfect Fabio torso. Fabio. Oddly enough, the Marvelverse means little to you. It doesn't mean much to me either. I mean, like, I haven't seen what Agatha is from. Don't care. It's still a great, fantastic minifig. Especially the Wink. Big fan of that one. Didn't put many hams into the pool, but hams are hams. Indeed. All right. 10 seconds to go. Get your prediction in. Will I guess correctly? Will I get it correct with a weight? With the weight? Or will both the guess and the weight be wrong? And the prediction is closed. All right. Not even allowed to use hams, it seems. Are you in Denmark, Anther Lizard? All right. Sounds like there's a lot of pieces. Alright, so, Beast and Echo probably have a lot of pieces, but it sounds like a lot of pieces. Then again, Mr. Knight has a lot of pieces too, but I'm going to go with Beast. That is going to be my guess, and I should probably get my weight guide up. Close, Sweden. Well, I know Denmark has a thing where you're not allowed to, Twitch has basically disallowed... You can choose the option, but you can't wager any hams because it's quote-unquote gambling. So, I don't know if Sweden has the same thing. But Denmark does. Alright, so, 19 grams. If it's 19 grams... Ooh, 19.05. Alright, is there anything else that it could be? We've already gotten Wolverine. That's 19.1. She-Hulk Attorney at Law is also 19. 17.4 for Echo, 18.3 for Mr. Knight, and 17.8 for Goliath. Okay, so we are very close, but I'm still gonna suspect that it is Beast. So let's find out. There's my knife. Ah, I see a blue head. It is Beast. You can see the yellow cup. All right. Turn that off. Put the scale away. Pour out the pieces. Yep. Look at all of those parts. Look at all of those parts. I thought I heard a lot of pieces in there. All right. Choose a prediction. Choose the outcome. Yes with a guess. Complete that prediction. All right. So, Cetria, Abcody, Bahamut, Shield of Hope, Anther Lizard, all getting that one correct. Bahamut, for once, having faith in me properly and getting that correct. Let's see. Captain Floopers, Kinshear, Crimson Clover, Blossom, and Ice Oven going for yes with weight. Going for the safe option. But this time, incorrect. And Tidal Rabbit, Lord Canis, and Lel Bunny having no faith in me whatsoever. Just stabbing me right in the heart with your lack of faith. Terrible, terrible. All right. Let's go ahead and put Beast together. Still made more hams than you lost. And is that? Yeah, that's dual molded. Wow. So here we have, actually does, yeah, he does have a second face. All right, Bahamut, thank you very much for coming on out. You had faith in me earlier, but look what I got you. I know, it's terrible. I'm sorry. So there's a very angry Beast. And we can turn the head around as he, puts his glasses on, changes into a more friendly, Frasier-like Beast. All right, let's go ahead and make the a microscope, which this is a new piece. This is a neat new piece. 1x1 plate with a an angled bar on. I like Cornflakes guy. You can't have faith in someone who does that. Wow. Wow. It's harsh. All right, let's get the sample on there. 1x1 cylinder plate. And the black binoculars. It's a really cool microscope. I really like how they did that. And get that there. He's got the official Dr. X-Men branded cup from the gift shop. All right, so we have another stand element. But here's the thing, is, like, I got 4 extra pieces, an extra 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, trans neon green 1x1 cylinder tile, another clear angled connector element, and black binoculars. If all of these had been out, that would have been like 2 or 3 tenths of a gram less. There we go. There we go. See, very cool microscope there. And the X-Men branded mug, you know, from the X-Men gift shop. probably has some Seattle coffee in there. All right. Kelsey Grammer was best Beast, just saying. I did think he did a good job as Beast in that movie. All right. But that is the minifigs for tonight. Very cool. All right. So next up, we got bag number 14. Kind of like the Brainy Beast idea, but even him you only semi-know from the old cartoon. No deep knowledge or attachment to his character. Yeah, I'm mostly familiar with him from the X-Men movie. All right, so that is going to be the tower up top. So let's go ahead and get that over here. There we go. Spread that out a bit. Oh, neat. I mean, some of us find it fun and exciting and entertaining, not a rogue guy. Alright, let's see. So we got two ghostly minifigs to make. There we go. With Jedi cowls. Pretty much the same for 20-some years. And we could also make sad ghosties. See? Happy ghosty and sad ghosty. So spooky ghosts. I'm just feeling like I've lost a little bit of ectoplasm today. Camera's not really focusing very well on them. Come on, camera. You wanna focus? The camera doesn't really want to focus today. It might be all the white. It's an adventure item filled haunted house ride. What more excitement do you want? Yeah, exactly. You miss the old glow-in-the-dark ghosts? So do I. Those are wonderful, wonderful elements. We last got one modified with the Lego Movie sets. And I don't think we've gotten one since. They seem more like the theater mask symbol. Yeah, there's definitely a similarity there. Alright, gold 1x1 cylinder plate. A blue gem on there. Get a... The bell jar seems a little bit almost murky. Yeah, seems okay. Wonder if they changed up the materials in it or something like that. Alright, gold candlesticks on the side. There we go. Another gold 1x1 cylinder plate on top. Dark gray 1x2 with round ends. And two more gold candlesticks on top. There we go. Any more spooky builds to round out October? Not really. Not really. Oh, alright, so this is going inside of the house. There we go. Alright. So that will go right here. There we go. The Resonator. In a failed attempt to harness the power of the Rago Ruby with this device, Von Baron accidentally summoned 2 friendly spirits from beyond. Why didn't I get any of the Scooby-Doo sets? They've been, like, not in production for a very, very long time. Like, I mean, if you guys want me to start buying up old sets, I can do that, but we're looking at a lot higher thresholds on the goals. Stuff tends to get a fair bit of a markup afterwards. I did one already, but I don't really want to do too many. That's a it's a slippery slope. A very slippery slope. Right. Actually, I should bring the camera back down here so we can actually see what I'm building. So we're making 2 of these. Talk a bit about getting sets before they go out of production. Yeah, but the Scooby-Doo sets haven't been in production for years. Like, I feel like 2018 or something like that. I didn't have a tax-deductible Lego building job at the time. It's interesting to guess what I did and didn't get. So prior to the Titanic, I had not been getting very many sets for a few years. Basically, stuff that I considered unmissable, like the some of the modular city sets and things like that, and a few other things, but the Viking longboat is like more than 10 years ago. I still had a day job at that time. But I didn't like those Viking sets very much. Like, they did not appeal to me, even in terms of, like, minifigs and stuff like that. I wasn't a big fan of how those Viking figures were designed. This one is substantially better. Like, way, way, way better. And the ones in the 3-in-1 Creator set, also way better. And the Viking Village, way better. Like those old ones were basically like, you know, pop culture Vikings as opposed to historical Vikings, and I would rather get historical figures than pop culture varieties. Alright, there we go. That's those 2, and then we get 2 2x6s. Let's see. There is the mold mark. Get that on the back. Well, they still have because they still have those in production. but this helmet is not that. And we get one of these helmets in the upcoming set. And I don't think any of the... I'd have to go back and look, but I'm not sure if any of the Vikings in the 3-in-1 Creator Viking set had helmets at all. There was one who had a circlet, but no actual... I can't recall helmets in them. I could be wrong, because I haven't looked at the all of the minifigs that closely. But, I mean, again, like, they have the mold already, so I don't blame them for continuing to use the mold. I just approve that they are getting more than just those pop culture helmets on there. Alright, so now 2 longer wall sections. Steals all the Viking minifigs, puts them on bicycles. I mean, I'd have been more into those Viking sets if they didn't have the big Technic and Bionicle monsters with them. If they had had, you know, and big Technic constructions for the various like catapults and stuff like that. I didn't care much for that. Wasn't my thing. I would have much rather have had more realistic historical vehicles and siege weapons and stuff like that. Yeah, so I wasn't a big fan of those. I got a few of them for other things, and they do have some decent parts for other constructions and stuff like that, but I didn't care for any of those beasts. I didn't care for the war machines that they had. The only one of those that I... Like, other than duplicates, the only one of those that I regret not getting was the big fortress. But I got the longship, and that's the one that I wanted the most. All right, get these windows on. Like, that's also why I didn't get a whole lot of the Nexo Knights, although I do regret missing out on some of those because they had various colored weapons and armor and stuff like that. I got a few of them for those elements, but I would have liked more. But I didn't care for the big vehicles and stuff like that. There was like futuristic robot mixed with medieval aesthetics, and I didn't care for that. Not enough transparent orange skis and chainsaws. Yeah, Ice Planet. Ice Planet was a good theme. There is some space stuff coming next year. We don't have any pictures, and we don't really have any descriptions, so I'm not sure if it's going to be like realistic space or kind of a return or homage to a classic space. And I include like Ice Planet and M-Tron in that. And there we go. All the windows are in. How often does LEGO do set reveals? Some sets just kind of appear on their website. Big sets will get set reveals. There's a rumor that next Friday is going to see the reveal of the next year's Modular City set, which is the Natural History Museum. If they do reveal it next week, it will be like a month early. last year it was mid-December when we got a picture of it, and the year before that it was early December. So doing it right before November would be pretty early. But I suspect that they're gonna do that because it's not an anniversary, because 2017 would have been 10 years and 2022 would have been 15, and obviously it's not 20. But it is going to be the biggest modular that they've done yet. They're replacing the large assembly square, which we built on stream. So it's going to be the same size as that in terms of footprint. So I think that they may be revealing it a little early to kind of build up some hype for it. Bigger than Rivendell? No, it's only 4,000 pieces, not like 6,000, I think. But it's going to be the biggest modular that they've ever made. All right, let's get this wall in over here. And this wall in right there. Alright, next up, we need 4 stacks of 1x1 bricks and plates. I doubt that a modular will ever be one of their biggest sets, kind of thing. It's just a kind of a different product line, I think. That said, I mean, they're pretty big. They've also been doing a corner every 3 years. We got a corner last year, so the museum would not be a corner, but the one in 2025, if it holds, will be a corner. That's just something that I noticed when I was looking around. Speaking of, the same guy that I was in the... speaking of the modulars, the same guy that was like, Korean TV series do it best with the 16 episodes and all these other things suck because they're too long, blah, blah, blah. And that's objective. He also was complaining when some of us were like, kind of wish casting on what we might see in the future. And I was like, I'd like to see a brutalist architecture design. And man, did he not like that. He's apparently not a fan of brutalist architecture. I live in DC, in the DC area, so we got a fair bit of brutalist architecture. So I, for one, like it. Someone, like, I was just tossing out that I would like some a brutalist design, and someone was like, yeah, brutalist library. That'd be great. Totally. I would love a LEGO to do a brutalist library as one of the modular sets. It'd be great. Oh, that needs to be reversed. There we go. Get that in there. Alright, next up we get the corners. 1x6, 1x8. Let's get the corner up here first. There we go. I mean, it wouldn't have to be gray. It could be beige. You can have other colors in it, too. Alright. So there's that. We have spare parts of a 1x1 cylinder plate in black and gray, 1x1 tile in black, and a spare blue gem, which is very nice to get. Alright. So, next up, that is going to be bag 15. Do we only have... Yes, we only have the one bag 15. Alright. How about teal, silver, and lilac library? I mean, I'm not too concerned about the colors, whatever they do color-wise, but teal, silver, and lilac might be good for Art Deco. And again, I'm all for more Art Deco designs as well. Now, most of the buildings tend to have, like, a mid-century aesthetic, so Brutalist might be a little bit too new for what they're going for, but I hope they branch out. There's all kinds of great architecture that they could do. He was complaining, oh, it wouldn't match. And it's like, no, it'd be fine. I guess mid-century modern. I'm not. I don't know architecture terms super well, so. All right, this is just one. But generally, the sets have been along the lines of stuff that you would see made in like the 40s or 50s in America or Europe. Brutalist is too long and not Korean enough. I just don't want them to get too samey, you know? Variety is the spice of life, as they say. Now, that said, I fully expect the Natural History Museum to be neoclassical, which is perfectly fine. Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of neoclassical architecture here in DC, too. One of my favorites is the Masonic Temple on 16th Street. That is a nice-looking building. There we go. Get that in there. And then... That's too long. 2x8. Alright, there is our peak slope. 1x1 plate, 1x1 plate, 1x1 tile. We're getting some nice Asian-inspired buildings would be great, too. Alright, let's get this one right in there. Yep. It's getting a little tall. It's a very tall building. Very tall tower on this thing. Alright, so another 4 1x1s. Twice, actually. There we go. There we go. That's one of them. Second one coming along. And one more 1x1 cylinder plate. we go. Make sure that they are straight. Alright. And in the corner. And I did forget a 1x1 cylinder plate on top there. There we go. And then in the other corner. Alright. Next up, the two side walls. So we got two 1x8 plates in dark brown. Let's see, 1x2 dark brown plates. I mean, I'd like some more modern architecture in some of the sets as well. I'd like a modern office building, but I suppose the Avengers Tower could count for that. That is absolutely what I would do with that. Is turn it into just a you know, your average office building kind of thing. Go. Get our Technic plates in there. Black 1x1 cylinder plates. And windows. There we go. Get our window panes in. Isn't that already the Daily Bugle? Well, yeah. I mean, the Daily Bugle is that, but I think the Daily Bugle is a bit more kind of mid-century office building rather than modern office building, which is fine. The Marvel fans were complaining about the figure selection in the Avengers Tower and being like, oh man, it's so disappointing. So was the Sanctum Sanctorum. They knocked it out of the park with the first one, the Daily Bugle. That was the best set. It's a big gray block. I mean, I like it, and it was interesting to build, and there were lots of nice details. And there's something to be said for a big gray block. But it is still a big gray block. The Sanctum Sanctorum and the Avengers Tower are much nicer building constructions. Oh boy. Oop. Don't escape me. It's a big gray block that comes with J. Jonah Jameson. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. I don't know, I just kind of feel like maybe if you're talking about a multi-$100 Lego set of a big building, maybe... Just hear me out here. Focus on the actual centerpiece of the set, which is, of course, the building. Alright, let's get these side wall pieces up. There we go. And there we go. Okay, back down here. Next up, dark gray 1x10. We got two Olive green, 1x2s already. You mean the taxi wasn't the centerpiece? I know. Shocking, isn't it? It was a nice taxi, though. I liked the use of a musket for the tailpipe. That was pretty good. There we go. Nope. I need to put these two on as well. Then get the glass panes. There we go. Alright. Dark brown 1x1 plates. Olive green 1x1 bricks. Side stud bricks. And then the Technic plates. There we go. And there we go. Alright. Next up, we get black half arches right in here. Okay, we're not filling in the space behind them. Go ahead and get that up there. Alright, next up. Come on back down here. Okay, so 3 1x1s on each side and 1x2s. There we go. I mean, it does make me glad that I am not one of those Star Wars or Marvel fans, such that I am whinging about minifig selection like that. I'm so glad that I just like the buildings and stuff. For the most part. I like minifigs too, but... Alright, that is straight. Okay. Camera back up. And slide that right in there. And then slide this one right in there. Okay. Next up, alright, 1x3 plate right there and right there. Gray 1x1 cylinder plates in the corners. And black 2x10 across all of that. Okay. Gray corner bricks. Olive green 1x8 and 2 1x6s. The corner bricks here. Okay, locking all of that in. Then, we got black 1x4 slopes. There we go. And 2x2 curved slopes right up there. Okay. Alright, next up. All right, 4 1x1 cylinder plates and 1x1 tiles. One there. One there. One right here. And one right there. Okay. And there's no spare parts on this with this bag. Okay, and that brings us to number 16. Which we got, what, 17 and 18 left, I guess. Taking me a little bit longer to get done, but I think we're still going to push through to get to the end. And bring this back down here. There we go. And there we go. Because we actually have another floor to do for this tower. Yeah, 2 of the same bag, which have chain links in them. Let's not open those yet, till we need to. Alright, so 2 of these. Let's see, we need 8 gray 1x1s. That's 4 and 4. And 10 olive green. That's 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I understand that, but I also want to build other things too. Alright, so this is going to go on the front. Where's 1x2? Oh! Alright, I said that I wasn't going to open these until I needed them, and then I needed them. Okay. 1x2 and 1x2. Here are the chain link pieces. There's also tread links as well, which I don't think I've ever gotten them in gray before. Well, no, actually I do recall getting them in gray. I think there was a police set that used them as, like, a spike strip, now that I think about it. Should be a cute Steggy tribute in this adventure turned spooky house ride. Well, unfortunately, I don't think there's space for that. Put one too many cylinder plate on there. Alright. Let's get the other one done here. There's a few gray tread links used as decorative panels on the Millennium Falcon. Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, either way, not a whole lot of them in quantity that would allow you to make, like, an all-gray treaded vehicle. But they might be on Pick-a-Brick, actually, now that I think about it. Okay. Up we go. Are we high enough yet? Yes. Go, and there we go. Okay, next up, Alright, we're doing 2 side windows. Get the dark brown layer in there. And side studs. There we go. Oop. Get that over there. Dark brown 1x2 and 1x2. Alright. More side stud pieces. There it is. Okay, dark gray 1x1 cylinder plates in the top corner. And we get our... Are they going to be in here? Are they out here? Are they in here? Yeah, alright. They are in these bags. Let's try to fish out the separate parts that are not treads. Alright, I think we got them all out of that one. That does mean that I need to open this one up. Do not use those special parts to make your robot friends. But those are the best parts to make robot friends. Let's see, there's another 1x2 plate in there. Yep, that looks like it. Alright. Okay. Get that on there. Get that on there. And the gray 1x1 cylinder plates. And then windows. There we go. And there we go. Window panes. There we go. And then this side. All right, there we go. And there we go. All right, so those are going to be the side walls. It would be kind of fun to, like, rebuild this into a normal mansion as opposed to having it be this carnival ride kind of thing. Alright, we're not putting anything in the corners this time, but we are getting 2x6s. There we go. One by one cylinder plates and 1x1 tiles. There we go. And then this one. I don't know if this came out of one of the bags or if there was actually a spare one in there in case you needed an odd number or something. I don't know. I have been informed to make the chain very, very tight, however. It needs to be so it doesn't, like, catch on things as it's going. Alright. There we go. Bring our camera up here. Get the sidewalls in. Try to center that a little bit better. Alright, next up, get to do the back wall, which I may need to turn the building around for. 1 by 10. 1 by 2, and 1 by 1s. That 1 by 2 in the middle. There we go. Alright, then a pair of arches, half arches, and 1 by 4 bricks. There we go. Alright. Black 3 by 3 angled plates. And gray 1 by 1 cylinder plates. Kind of surprised I'm not using black there, but it's fine. Okay, another pair of olive green 1 by 4s and black 1 by 1s. Alright, next up, 4L axle, get our 48 tooth gear, put on that, half bushing spacers, there is the other one, and 1 by 2 Technic bricks. There we go. And slide that right on there. Another fun thing you can do with a the big gear like this, treat it as a cutting saw. And you can make a like a lumber mill with like that. Alright, next up we get corner slopes, 2 by 2 corner slopes here and here. 1 by 2 bricks. I mean, either or, both work. Alright, so let's get that right there on the back. I don't have to quite turn it around yet. But we can get these front 2 by 2 corner plates on there already. There we go. Alright, let's see. 4 1 by 1 cylinder plates, 1 by 1 bricks. And then a 1 by 2 plate. Also, we need one on the bottom. Yep. There we go. So that's 2. 3. And 4. There we go. No, not that way. Goes this way. There we go. There we go. Kind of doing some of that by touch, because both the camera and the tower are a little in the way. Alright. Now to actually stand up for some of this. Let's see how that is doing. Alright, Avac is streaming. We will raid him after this. Alright. Gray 1x4 bricks there. Olive green 1x8s. And then gray and olive green 1x1s up here. There we go. Make sure that that is straight. There we go. Is it silly to get a little annoyed at manga artists that clearly don't know what wolf dentation looks like? Just a mouthful of fangs and worse long fang? Eh, it's fine. I mean, to get mad at them, that's... You can be annoyed by a lot of different things. Okay, let's see. 2 gray 1x6 plates. Pair of corners, 1x2 plates. And then another pair of corners right there and there. Okay. All right. Oh, oh, goody. It's time for the chain. So 74 and a 75. Okay, that would actually explain why there is an odd number. All right. This is going to be easiest if I turn the whole thing around. So let's go ahead and do just that. Where can I grab it? I can grab it there. There we go. Okay, so I need something to drink right now. I don't know if any of those turn anything right now, but all right, let's move the pieces to the side. We need 2 of these. And then we need to start counting out chain links. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, no one starts shouting out numbers to distract me from my counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I might have to be like Frank and start putting my change back in the vending machine all over again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. So let's assemble the chain links. I told you guys not to do that. It's terrible. Make sure that we're getting them oriented correctly as well. All right, so that's 10. There's a lot of acorns coming down outside right now. It's raining a little bit, which is contributing, but I think our trees produced a lot of acorns this year. You're latching onto the idea that harpies are the true Dino sapiens? I mean, they have mammaries. I don't know. Also, they have 6 limbs, which you kind of have to go to arthropods to get. If anything, Aarakocra or Dowar would be. Since they're still dinosaurs. Although they also have, well, Dowar don't, but, and Aarakocra don't. 6 limbs, I mean. All right, there we go. Those are the same length. The Saurians from Voyager are the true Dino sapiens. It's true. You're not wrong there. Howdy, Tom Servo. How's it going? We are putting chain links together. Most of you remember as harpies with 4 limbs? There are some, but D&D harpies tend to have 6. I think Japanese media tends to portray them as only having 4 limbs. I am classifying wings as limbs because wings are limbs. Chickens don't have just 2 limbs. They have 4 limbs. They're tetrapods. I mean, you could theoretically end up with non-limb things that turn into wings, but they're pretty clearly standard avian wings, which are absolutely evolved from arms. You're doing okay? New Twitch subscriber. Been enjoying my Let's Plays on YouTube for years now. Awesome. Thank you very much. Welcome to the streams. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the Let's Play content. For all of the, and I haven't actually had too many of these chain links in my lifetime. although this is a pretty significant boost to my numbers. Then again, just about anything that you get chain links like this in are going to be a pretty big boost to your chain link content. I have never actually had one break on me, which is a little surprising, because they feel very, very fragile. There we go. Okay. So that is going to be a 74. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, alright. Let's connect these up. I always wanted the treads as a kid because I wanted to make a space shuttle crawler. The thing that takes them out to the launch pad. I always wanted to make one. Never actually did. Alright. So that is 74. I mean, they've had these since the 70s, and these are treads. One interesting thing about the treads, though, is that, say they have these 5 holes, and they actually correspond to a 1x3 plate. So you can actually get plates on these, and there's builds that use that. So you could get, like, you could do this and make really wide treads. Or conveyor belts, or something like that. Because, I mean, they've made Caterpillar-type vehicles. Okay, so we get this, and then connect up the single gray tread link on the end. Okay, next up. Actually. So we need 75 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. We'll actually make these as we go. And there we go. Alright, so that's 1. So I got 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there is 10. Alright, Captain Floofers, thank you very much for coming on out. Have a good rest of your night as well. Alright, that's 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and an 8, 9, and 10. Come back here. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just pour all of that out right now. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There we go. Alright, so that is 40 done so far. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So that's 50 so far. Oop. Come back here. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so that was 50, then 60. Numbered bags, we got through 18. We're on 16 right now. Okay, that's 9 and 10. Alright, so that's 70. Yep, 70. Alright, so 75 is what they are looking for this segment. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Yep. Alright. So 20, 30, 40. Is that on? Yeah, that is. 50, 60, 70, and 75. And then we get on the end the gray tank tread. All right, so we have 3 extras. And let's see. So this is going to be a little bit interesting to get threaded through. Yeah, that was going to happen. It was kind of obvious that was going to happen. I should have realized that was going to happen. Okay. There we go. All right. So we got everything connected up into one single chain. Let's go ahead and untangle the one down at the bottom. Get untangled, please. Thank you. Now, we have a slight issue of how I get this threaded through. Without... no, that's not gonna... Alright. Alright. Jam a rod or Technic pin into the gear as a wheel brake. Well, that's not my problem. Now my problem is threading it through on the underside where I can't easily see it. Grab it. Maybe if I take it backwards through there and grab it from the other side. Part of it is just getting it around the all right, hold on. Let's move some minifigs. Put those out of the way. If I open it up straight this way, I might be able to do it a little bit more easily, because I should have access to both of them. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It is still lovely and tangled. Straighten it all out. Okay. Now I can actually stick that in there. Now's a good time for me to do that. Actually, let's stick it there. That gives me a little bit more flexibility on pulling it. All right, get it on the gear so that I can turn the gear. And it will come through. All right. Well, that's an issue. Get it back on the gear, please. There we go. All right. Alright. I need to really pull it. There we go. Alright. That may end up having a little bit too much slack in it, because I have heard that it needs to be really taut. But, like, I got a lot of wiggle room there. But it shouldn't be too difficult to pull one out. The problem is I'm not going to know which one is the one that has the thing. Because I suspect what this is going to do is it's going to basically, think of this as being on the inside. I think that it's going to catch the seating part, pull it up like this, and then as it goes around the gear, it's going to lose that connection, and it'll drop down, back down to the bottom. So the only issue is which one is the longer of these two chain connections. It is really hard for me to tell. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not a huge deal, but we can always take one out if it looks like we need it to be a little more taut. Okay, so let me go ahead and move this back a little bit. It's the one with one more link in it. Terrible. Terrible. All right, let's come back down here. It's the camera. It's slightly crooked. I need to fix that one of these days. Alright. Let's see. That. And there we go. 2x3. Get these 1x2 tiles on there. Each bag came with an extra link, and then there was one extra link in the other bag as well. So I have a lot of chain links now. There we go, and 1x8 plate and 2x4s. Tiles, I should say. Alright, take our 7L axle. Slide that through, get a cone on the bottom. And get a cone on the top. Alright, we'll get that on in a moment. Now for the other side. There we go. Two by fours. Get these cones on the axle. There we go. Okay. Bring the camera up here again. Let's continue to turn the house. And hold on a second. Where exactly is that fitting? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Right there. And right there. Alright, so they can open, but they'll automatically close because of the slopes. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Let's see if I can fix this camera a little bit better. Not much better. No, alright. I'll just leave it as is for the moment. Lego missiles to hold the door? Yes. Yes, exactly that. That is a really nice door mechanism. Alright, so spare pieces. We got 3 regular chain links and 1 gray tread link. As extras. Okay, next up, bag number 17. There we go. Gonna get the roof on here. There we go. Modern Lego, bags of 17. They do try not to have multiple bags with the same number, but sometimes it makes sense to do so. Alright. Next up. Look at all the big slopes. Alright, is that what I want? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright. dark gray 1x1 cylinder bricks. And dark gray 1x2 inverted slopes. There and there. There and there. And then a 1x2 with side studs. There we go. Gray 1x10. And a gray 1x6 plate. Where are you? There it is. Alright, and then another... Nope, that's plain. There we go. Another of the printed Nexo Shield elements. And that is going to go right up here. There we go. Yeah, that's really nice. They did that pretty nicely. Okay. Huh. The instructions cut off one of the pieces. Interesting. Alright, 2 1x10s, and we want more inverted corner slopes on the corners, naturally. One by one cylinder bricks. 1x2 slopes. Inverted. There we go. There's the 1x2. And the corner slopes. I do love getting corner slopes. Inverted or otherwise. Alright. Bringing that up here. But yeah, one of these, the side of the slope is cut off in the instructions. There we go. Get that right on there. Next up, we go for the back, which will be a little bit harder to see me put on. There we go. Okay. 1x1 cylinder bricks again. A pair in the center. And 1x2 inverted slopes. And then a gray 1x10 brick. Alright, slide that right on there. Two by 6 plates. LEGO really likes releasing sets that make it difficult for me to build them fully on camera, don't they? They do. They really do. Alright. So we got 1x8, 1x6 tiles. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then 1 on each side. With, yeah, 1x4 towards the front. This should be another 1x6. There it is. And I am now standing up, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. 1x1 cones. It's a conspiracy. Lego is in bed with the camera industry. I have been thinking about getting a new camera. Preferably one that focuses when I tell it to. Can I get this much higher? Yes, I can. Good. Oh. Bump the arm. As you do. Alright, next up. Oh, alright, we can bring the camera back down here now. Alright, 6x8. 4 red 2x4 bricks. There we go. 2 brown 2x3s. Pair of 2x2x3 slopes. Okay, 3 more on either side. And then a pair of corners on each side. There we go. Next up, 3 2x4 bricks in the center. And get more slope cladding. Corner. 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 And corner. And then 2x3. 2x2x3. There and there, and a 2x2x3 at corners. I always do like it when we get lots of these slopes. These are very cool. There we go. And a gray 2x4 on top. Alright. That is a great, great slope set. I like the way that looks. I've always liked the way that looks. Alright, dark gray 2x2 and a pair of dark gray 1x2s. Then 2 1x2s with side studs. And we get our dark gray 2x2x2 pyramid peak slope right there. Then the plain Nexo shields. There we go. And then we get more of our friendly neighborhood fencing foils. There we go. Okay. And that is going to fit in up top. So let's go all the way up. Wait a second. I'm missing something. That just slides right in. What am I missing? Oh, I think I know what I missed. Yep. Pair of dark gray bricks. There is some there are some slots in here. And I was thinking, as I was putting those on, oh, there's probably pieces coming through there. And then when I get to it, I don't even put them on. Get that on there. Get that on there. always the case that you forget something, isn't it? Alright, fit that in there. Put that back together. And get the tiles back on now. There we go. And now... there we go. All right. We get the roof on all the way up there. Can't remember the last time you forgot something? That's fair enough. That's fair enough. A lot of lightning rods on this house? Well, sure. It has a very tall tower. Okay, that fits on right there. Then... alright, 7... which side is that? It's on the back portion. This side. Okay, so, let's see, how is that on the camera? Right. I should bring the camera down a little bit. There we go. Okay. 1x8 tiles. You think they got all the power for the mad scientist stuff? Yeah, exactly. So that's 4, 5, 6, and 7. There we go. All right, Sealand, have a good night. Thank you very much for coming on out. Then turn it around to the other side. We'll start down here at the bottom section. So we want 6. There we go. Nope, that's too high. A single 1x4 right there. Get up a little bit more. And another pair. There we go. Okay, and then come back down here. So we got 1x12s, 1x12 plates, and we make 2 of these. There we go. All right, where do they go? All right, so they will go right on here. And right on here. There we go. And just right in there. What do I think is the best haunted house, castle, etc. in any old movie? Probably the house on Haunted Hill. Kind of have to go with the classic on that. All right. Get the camera back down here, and we have 1x1 black tile and a gold 1x1 cylinder plate. Well, probably the original. I haven't seen that one in a really long time, though. Alright, and bag number 18. Oh, there's actually 2 bags of number 18. There we go. Princess Linda did get off to the side, just bumped a little bit by things moving around. But Princess Linda is back. There we go. The hotel in Spirited Away is pretty cool. I mean, Spirited Away is just good in general, so yeah. I am by no means an expert on haunted houses in films, though. I would defer to someone else more knowledgeable and experienced than I in that field. I do enjoy a good spooky house, though. There was a TV movie that was pretty good. I can't remember what it was called, though. Alright, let's get the minifig parts all together. Alright, let's see. There we go. There's 1, 2. Get our hats and hairs as well, and heads. Alright, I do have all the heads. Okay, I need a couple legs. There's dark blue. There we go. And black. There we go. Alright. Glasses, lady. Let's get all of these scared looks on all of them. I'll bring them up to the camera once I'm done. Where's the other lady? There we go. Actually, is that... Oh. Oh, we don't get separate faces for 2 of them. What do you have? Yep, that is your face. There we go. Only 2 of them have scaredy faces. I guess we know who's really enjoying this haunted house experience in the drop ride. Alright, there we go. Here's our first minifig candidate. Second one. Pretty neat jacket. Our third one. Always do like this minifig hair there though. And then we have her. I like that even on a character like this, where you probably aren't going to notice back printing, they still do back printing. I like that. Alright. So we got that. Where are we putting these? Okay. Alright, minifigs, you can stand aside here. Let's do that. And 4 gray 1x2 bricks. I did feel that it was a little unfinished down here, so it's good to see that we are going to get some finishing touches. Alright. Gray 1x6 Technic brick and a Technic connector element. I have been watching a fair number of old Hollywood movies, pre-code, Not a whole lot of haunted houses in them. There is one called This Old House, which isn't haunted. It's actually kind of interesting how many of the movies they're considered pre-code horror by Criterion, but there's a big crossover between horror and thriller. They're not very, oops. Most of them aren't very horror-y in my point of view. But I suppose certainly back at the time, I could see how they might have been considered that. There we go. Alright, 7L axle. Need a crank element. So we can turn our crank to Frank. Nosferatu, I don't think it is, but I think that might be... Isn't that the German one? So pre-code is basically prior to like 35-ish, around there. There was an interesting serial killer one. Let's get that. Oh, okay. So this is basically a latching mechanism. Helps if the gear doesn't come out. Let's actually get the rest of the other side on here, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's not exactly... Like, there's plenty of elements of general folklore in that anyway, so... Whoop, nope, don't do that. I think Nosferatu might be on Criterion right now. I'm not sure. Alright, so. We can turn it this way. We cannot turn it that way. It's a very cool design, with just a very simple construction. One of the probably more well-known movies in the listing that they have, like of pre-code horror movies, would be The Most Dangerous Game. Pretty famous, but at the same time, it's also like I would call it a thriller as opposed to a horror movie. But that is me. Alright, so let's see. Bring this up. And there... Can't see through there, but I think there is something in there. Is there? That is... I don't think that is... Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's going to happen. And then, because there's this extra space, push it on through. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. Alright. Yeah, simple ratchet. Alright, next up. A 9L Technic beam. It was one of the things. You know, the movies were all from the early 30s, and it was interesting to think about. Is like watching them; they were very predictable, and it was like, are they predictable because they were written to be predictable, or I mean, like, not exactly inventive or anything like that, or are they predictable because they're so old that they've been copied so many times? I don't know. Obviously, the most dangerous game is a very famous thing at this point. Alright, why will you not go in? Get in there. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari was trippy. I have not seen that one. Am I doing this wrong? No, I am not. That is just not... That just does not want to go in. Can you give an example of how they were predictable? Hold on. Let me get this in first. Does go in the bottom one. Yep, it does. Alright. What if I put it in that way? That should do it. If I get this in first. Yeah, there we go. Alright. That is better, but then it is hard to get that on the top. There we go. Alright. So kind of like, you know, it was kind of obvious who the villain was, what their intentions were. Obviously, some of those were intentionally, like they intended to be kind of, obvious in the way of, like, you see some of what the villain is doing, but some of them did try to keep the villains, you know, disguised, hidden, but it was still kind of obvious. Not all of them. Professor X, I did not think was immediately obvious, but on reflection, it was like, okay, maybe I gave them a little bit too much credit. Alright, there we go. Get a 2x6 on. 1x2 dark gray Technic bricks. You've been looking at a 1910 era reels on YouTube. Quite frankly, 1910 Frankenstein is both horrifying and uniquely creative in a way that should hold up today. Oh yeah, some of them do. There's some really good cinematography in a lot of those old movies, and definitely creepy elements and stuff like that. I mean, like they knew how to, like, it's not like making a good movie is something that came a lot later, kind of thing. Let's see, 1x2 with bar. Black, of course. There it is. Thank you, Cotton Candy. I appreciate that. Alright, 1x2 Technic bricks on there. 1x4 brown bricks. I mean, I've never actually seen the original Universal horror, like Dracula and Frankenstein and stuff like that, but I've heard they do hold up, and I need to watch them one of these days. Seen a dwarf fortune with a claw hammer in the manga. Alright, brown 1x8 there. 1x1s. It's a French production. There were some really good French filmmakers, so I'm not terribly surprised. Alright, so we need 2 beige corner plates and 2 brown corner bricks. Criterion also has a couple of Akira Kurosawa's films, and I need to get some time one day to sit down and watch those. Like Rashomon, that is extremely highly regarded. I did watch Yojimbo, which was really interesting. And they also have Seven Samurai, which I've never seen. Do need to watch that one of these days. Just got to find the time to sit down and watch them, though. Alright, there we go. Let's get these 1x2 Technic bricks with 2 holes. And 1x1 bricks. But yeah, like the one of the movies that I watched, This Old House, it was like a thriller, kind of aiming for being like a potentially haunted house kind of thing. Although it really wasn't. It was... I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be, but I found it kind of comedic. And I don't know if it was intended to be. Ah, Bob Vila. Maybe I got the name wrong. I don't know. It is not Bob Vila. And I know you're joking, but... maybe it was The Old House. I don't know. It's one of them. Something like that. It's a weird movie, is what I'm saying. Alright. 6x6 and a 2x8. Pair of beige 1x2 plates. Get that on top here. And 1x2 to 2x2 downward brackets in brown. The old dark house, that's it. I think. Very, very confident there. I mean, to be fair, the 30s are really 40 years after movies really started becoming maybe not commonplace or mainstream, but produced regularly. It was supposed to be comedy horror. Okay, that explains it. It felt kind of comedic, and I wasn't sure if it was intentional or not, but it also was like, how could it not be? So yes, that makes a lot of sense. Nothing there, okay. 2x4 tile there. 2x2 tile on top here. And there. There we go. Alright, 4 1x8 tiles. One of the other films that they have is The Black Cat, which is very, very loosely adapted from Edgar Allan Poe. And it has Bela Lugosi in a leading role, and it's very disappointing to see that he didn't get a whole lot more like that. Because he was a good actor. It's a shame how typecast he got. There we go. 3 1x8s. Nope, I should probably get this camera all the way down. Is it supposed to be the House of Usher or something? No. There's a story of the Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. Last month, Criterion had a bunch of Roger Corman's Edgar Allan Poe movies, and that was part of like a 3-short anthology type movie, but I think merged with another story of his. Reminds you of an odd 40s pic you once saw called Cat People. Certainly not the other Cat People one. That is a very different movie. Alright, got black pulleys all on the sides. No rubber wheels on any of these. You mean the mention of cats? There we go. Okay. Next up, we get our Azure Adventures car base. Yellow 1x4 plate and 2 1x1 tiles with top clips. Oops. All right, 1x2 to 2x2 downward bracket, and 1x4 double curved slope. And another Manor von Baron 2x4 tile. All right, on the underside, get a 1x2 red plate with a side clip. There we go. And we get the bars to hold the riders in. So let's go ahead and get these ladies inside. The Madman's Elevator. How's my elevator to nowhere? It has its ups and downs. Ah! Oh, terrible. All right, so let's get them into the vehicle. I suppose I could try putting their arms down. Let's see how that goes. That works. There we go. They have to keep their arms and hands in at all times. Slide that back in there. So you just pop this section out to swap out the minifigs. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Let's slide this around and open it up. They are now trapped. And slide it right in, sort of. I don't know if that is... Okay, yeah. That is... Okay, that's in. Good. Alright. Bring this back down here. We are making 2 of the following. Alright, a 1x12. Wait, a 1x2. You don't think you'd want to be trapped in any place with a skeleton named Sam Sinister hanging around? Alright, and like that. And get the gold fences on here. There we go. White 1x2 plates, and then another pair of black 1x12s. There we go. And then the fences again. Okay. So these clip on here. Lock it in, if you would get in there, please. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. Yeah, it's indicating how that all works. There's, okay, would need 2 motors to power it up, interestingly. Breeze through the warnings, changing the battery. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get some minifigs in. If you will get in there. There we go. Well, I guess the others would have to be, we'll have them hanging around down here, waiting for their friends to finish. Get someone out front. I have no idea where to put the, there we go, we can put him there. And the ghosties can be out in the, out in the garden. There we go. The graveyard garden thing. Okay, so, let's see if I can do this, successfully. I'm going to move those. Where is the crank? Okay. There we go. All right. Slowly start cranking it up. Oop. Okay, yeah, I may need to tighten the chain a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. There we are. They're up top. Camera, might be too much light coming in to focus. It's not really focusing. That's disappointing. You can get PDF instructions online these days, yeah. Alright, let's see. Can we get this a little bit better? Now, I think because I don't have any light pointing in there, it's not really having it easy. Oh, you know what? Here we go. I have a solution. There we go. My phone light. Alright. And then where is the... There it is. Boom! And down they all go. Let me see if pushing this all the way back will get us a better view. It'll make it a lot harder for me to crank it. A lot harder for me to crank it, actually. Holy crap. Bonk. Keep bonking my head into the thing. There they are, and down they go. And you can basically just keep lifting them and dropping them constantly. But yeah, it might need some tweaking on the chain mechanism. I'm not sure, but overall, it's pretty good. It is a very quick ride, but that's kind of what the drop rides are. But overall, quite fun. And I really did like the build. I mean, I loved all of the details in it and stuff like that. I mean, really, really good. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with the build as well. The fact that it, you know, opens up and has all the details. You got the ghostly Pharaoh. That doesn't really show up very well in the camera. I'll try to get a close-up picture with my camera to see, my phone camera, to see if that will be better. I think it's just too much light with all the other stuff around here for it to pick it up. If it was just focusing on that part itself, that might be better. But let's go ahead and get a raid going. Avak is playing Star Sector, so let's head on his way. That was the redemption for, let's see, that was Abcody. So let's go ahead and head over his way. And I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back tomorrow for Spelljammer. We will be back on Monday for more Tears of the Kingdom. We will be back on Wednesday for more more Pirates Gold and Lego building in the evening. Friday, we will be back to Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. And we will be starting on Rivendell next Friday night. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I know I am. I am really looking forward to that. So do come join me for that. Thank you very much, and I shall see you next time. See you then, everyone.